want to know, would you be just as upset if this had happened to Kevin as you are that it happened to someone else?
Yes.
Because you know him, huh? So you're saying that because you know Kevin, you have a bias toward Kevin?
Yes.
Sort of? Okay.
Everybody you know, you have a bias towards them.
No, because the people in there, they didn't know him, but it was like, it was Mexican people all up there.
But they didn't know Mac Brown. They wasn't related to him or nothing, but they still stood up and protested with the other Black Americans
Because they thought it was wrong, but like if one of us in here like that to one of us, we have a stronger bias because we actually knew them.
They have a strong bias.
But you can still have the same equally like relationship between if you knew the person or not, because like Ms. Stevie just said, lives matter. But like if like Kevin like something like happened to him and then like it was a protest for like his life, other people would protest because a protest is a strong matter to like what a situation has been happening. So that shows that like people like understand and they feel strong about what happened.
Okay. I have a question. Based on what the readings I've been giving you and the videos I've been showing you, what type of bias do you think I have in this situation?
Very strong.
What type of bias do you think Ms. Stevens has about this? Because I'm the one delivering you the information, right? So you need to be able to identify what type of bias you think I have as I'm delivering this information so that you can understand, make your own decisions for yourself a little bit more clearly. What type of bias do you think that I have? Go, turn and talk to each other. What type of bias do you think I have?
Since her family is in St. Louis, Missouri, maybe she's upset that
More curious than we are because she's from that state and she's afraid that it can happen to people that she knows in that state.
it's about all of us, like you get me right, like it's about like the whole world, like why not care about people
Like us the same way that we feel about Miss Stevens. Because if Miss Stevens really didn't care about something,
like there was a news reporter and they didn't know her rock.
All right, turn back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2. Sections over. All eyes on me. In 1. What type of a bias do you think I have in this situation? Tremel, go ahead.
I think like you might have a few because like you probably might know somebody from there or something, or your family might have been there.
Okay, good. Ajane, go.
What Diamond said is you probably have a fear because when we get older, when the tornado drill happened and you start crying and telling us real stuff. No, I said that. Remember, I related to what happened like when we was doing the tornado procedures, and you was telling us about the teacher when she had covered up her students because it was like a man coming and them shooting, and then you had reacted to it and said that you would like do that for us. I think that you like have a really strong bond, and I said that I've asked them like, ask yourself, would Miss Stevens even be teaching us this, letting us know this information if she really did care?
Okay. What type of bias do you think I have in this situation? Like, do you think I have a bias toward what the police did, or what the protesters are doing in response?
Both, because like you have like a see-through both, because like for the police you will see like the indictment and the claims that have been happening through the situations are like wrong, and through the protests you would think that they like have a right to do it because like the claims have been wrong and there have been no justice, but there's clearly evidence that shows that there should have been a different claim.
I agree with you, Diamond, because like when I was saying when I was participating like in my table group, I was like, maybe she's scared because when I was talking to Miss Stevens and in the program, and then she told me that she's scared. Maybe she wasn't gonna go to like over there to St. Louis to Thanksgiving because she was so scared. But maybe like she told me like someone throws something to the plane and it will crash down, or like they throw a rock or something to her. She will be scared, and I think like you're disagreeing with the police because that's disrespectful when you're not covering someone who's what's
Deceased.
And I think you're in the protest side.
Okay, good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal my my bias in this situation. I do feel like the protesters have a cause for protesting. That is my personal bias. And I want you to understand that I have a bias so that you interpret the way I'm presenting this information to you from the fact of knowing that I have a bias toward the protesters, right? And I have a bias toward making change so that the laws are fair, okay? I do think that most of our police officers do a good job. I do think that, okay? But I do think that there are situations where police officers are not doing what they should be doing and that they should be held accountable.
Yeah.
And so I want you to know that clear bias so that you're not like confused, okay?
Like,
you know what type of bias I have when I'm presenting you the
like
information.
you're saying like